Hello and welcome. I'm John Peters, Commercial Director for Hooper Enterprise Associates Limited, or Hill Planning as we're better known. This video is a case study detailing a recent planning appeal in the Rotherham Metropolitan Borough Council area for a proposal for a second floor extension over a garage. Before I start, I'd like to clarify that the client has given us full authority to use this information in this video. This case started for us when we were contacted by a client after their recent application had been refused by Rotherham Metropolitan Borough Council, and a decision notice had been issued to our client refusing their application. The refusal was issued on the 24th of June, and as a householder application, the appeal had 12 weeks from the decision notice to be submitted to the Planning Inspectorate. The client instructed us to proceed on the 3rd of August as they felt the application had not been assessed correctly, as revised plans that were provided addressing issues that had been raised by the planning officer were not actually used to determine the application. We always recommended leaving at least a whole month clear from instruction to appeal deadline in case additional investigations are needed, but the more time is always the better. The refusal reasons given by Rotherham Metropolitan Borough Council were that they considered the proposed first floor side extension by virtue of its excessive width and that it fails to create a subservient and appropriate addition, which appears over-dominant, would be unbalanced, the pair of semi-detached dwellings, and would be detrimental to the visual amenity of the street scene. As such, the proposed development is contrary to the National Planning Policy Framework, Local Plan Policies CS28 and SP55, and Supplementary Planning Document Household and Design Guide. These refusal reasons do look harsh if you're not used to reading local authority decision notices, and many would give up after reading this type of refusal. In fact, many people do give up at this stage and do not go to appeal, but honestly, refusal reasons like these are perfectly normal, and in a case like this, nothing unusual. We at Hill Planning have a lot of experience dealing with refusal reasons like this across England. For this appeal, we produced a 22-page detailed appeal statement, working our way through the delegated officer's report and decision notice, dismantling their objections and reasons that Rotherham Metropolitan Borough Council used to refuse this application, providing a comprehensive and robust argument, bringing national and local policies into play, and detailed reasoning as to why the findings were wrong and in fact this development was perfectly acceptable. Additionally, we completed a detailed amount of research to find very similar cases that the Planning Inspectorate had previously granted, and we looked to use these cases to support our argument as best possible. As this appeal was a householder appeal, the local authority in which this case was Rotherham Metropolitan Borough Council did not have the right to respond to our appeal statement. This case, like the vast majority of similar cases, was dealt with by way of written representation, and as such it's paramount that the argument is very comprehensive and robust, as there is no second chance to respond. The inspector visited the site on the 25th of January and issued the appeal decision on the 7th of February 2022 in a 3-page detailed report. The good news was that the appeal was upheld and the permission was granted. Our approach for producing appeal documents that go into great detail to work through the refusal reasons, officer's report and policies in detail, and supply supporting cases where the inspectorate has granted similar appeals was invaluable. This gives the client their best chance of success. Admittedly, it does take longer to produce and increases costs slightly by going to that extra level of detail. But it is that extra level of detail that is absolutely paramount. As an organisation, Hill Planning is one of the leading appeals specialists with both dedicated in-house planning and legal teams whose job it is to win your case. Both these skill sets are invaluable to produce a robust and compelling case to gain a win. You won't find many organisations in our industry that have both of these skill sets, a planning and a legal team, and it's most definitely a major reason why we have the success rate we do. Without appealing your planning refusal, you cannot gain the permission you would like. Your appeal will go to the Planning Inspectorate. They're a government-based organisation that is appointed by the Secretary of State to handle all types of planning appeals. Based out of Bristol and covering England and Wales, the Planning Inspectorate gives you a chance of success to gain that permission you are seeking and taking the decision away from the local authority's planning officer. You'll find a host of videos about various types of planning appeals and the service we offer on our website. If you'd like a free, no obligation consultation with myself or a member of our team, please call us on 01743 369 911 or email appeals@planningappealsuk.com and give your appeal its best chance of success. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to speaking to you soon.